It's late in the evening and you find yourself running across neighborhoods. Dogs are barking on you and they seem to be chasing you. What's going on? You are preparing for an upcoming marathon. Running a marathon has become a dominant thing in our community today. Whether you race for fun, charity support, or for your own reasons, marathon running has been one of the toughest challenges to many of us. Today, I'd like to talk to you guys about ways to prepare for a marathon, getting motivated for it, and how to get it done. First off, let's begin by looking at how to prepare for a marathon. According to Marathon Trainer State of Art Updated 2011, it states that before you think of racing a marathon, think of preparing for it. At least 18 weeks is recommended for a fast-time runner. The first thing to look at is running shoes, as we all know that running shoes is the very important thing for every runner. This is where rubber meets the road, so everybody should be looking into that. And according to coolrunnings.com, on their website, it says that shoes can be replaced 300 to 400 miles of running, since the cushion can break down and you might be exposed to injuries. Without the question, the next thing to consider before running a marathon is to build a mileage base for practice. Running for 5 times a week is recommended. A minimum mileage of 25 miles is a good beginning, but as the season progresses, you can increase your mileage and it goes way upward. So, also the very important thing to consider when practicing is how can you get enough rest. It's recommended that you get 2 days a week where you get complete rest for recovery. After taking rest, you need to look into how your practice progresses, and after a while you need to introduce or come up with speed or intervals to incorporate with your long runs. A few weeks after practicing like easy runs and long runs, you can go into introducing like a fartlek kind of thing where you go speed, slow, speed, slow, speed, slow, and it can be 5 minutes on, 5 minutes off, 5 minutes on, 5 minutes off. The very important thing also while preparing for a marathon is keeping your records every day. According to Cool Runnings, keeping records or keeping track of your miles and distance is really important, since you can know where to reduce and where to increase your miles during your training time. It also in Cool Runnings, it offers a good running log where you can log in and just put your miles in there, and it keeps track of your miles. You can go every day and review it, and it's a good source for you to save, your information in your miles and how you're doing, all that. Preparing also includes cross training. Living Strong article titled 5 Things You Need to Know About Cross Training, updated on November 18, 2009, states that swimming, cycling, and weightlifting during a marathon preparation increases your muscular strength and endurance. The last thing to consider while preparing for a marathon is getting enough nutrition and getting hydrated every time you work out. Every time you go for a run, when you get back, the first thing you have to consider is getting a snack so that you can regain back your energy. And also staying hydrated during runs is really important. After we have looked at preparation, our next thing will be looking at how to stay motivated while preparing for a marathon. Finding the purpose for a running is the very important factor while staying motivated. Rookie.com, an article titled Training for Marathon, which was last updated in 2011, states that staying motivated and developing proper mindset is the key to enjoying training, crossing the finish line in a smile on your face. If your goal is to improve your fitness and better your health, marathon is a good source for that. And as we know, everybody, when you run, you get tired, but the next day you'll feel much fresh and, re-energized. most marathons are fundraisers. So basically, when we look every time on the news and we see races, road races, marathons like Boston, New York, um, Paris, and all those races, we see almost 30,000 people racing on the road, and all those people, most of them are for charity. So they get motivated to support charity organizations like Red Cross and some other organizations like cancer, prevention, and I guess research for cancer. Also, looking at articles about marathon and also books that former runners wrote is a good source of motivation. Recently, I was reading a book called Born to Run by Christopher Douglas, and basically the book talks about the fundamentals of running, just how to develop your endurance, which is the key thing to running. And the next thing that can motivate you, if you get a friend and, instead of running yourself, by yourself every time in the neighborhood, you can have a friend, and it's a good way to motivate yourself, and I guess you can motivate him too. Next time he will be able to run a marathon. We have looked at preparation and motivation, and now we're going to look into how can we get it done. Most of the people, when it comes to like race day, they really get nervous. They feel like they should do it, and they try to think maybe I'll do it next time. Well, according to MSNBC, preparing for a marathon, this article was updated November 3rd, 2006. It talks about race day, and it explains like during the race day, everybody should be motivated and staying normal like every round. So some people don't get nervous or anything. So that's a good way to just keep them, towards their goal. Also, having an effective race plan is the second factor to consider during the race. You can run a marathon in intervals, and a good way is to weigh your strength. If you can run for a full marathon without stopping, then that's okay. But the best thing to do is to break it down into intervals where you can run a fast like kind of you go 10 minutes of running, you stop 2 minutes of rest, 10 minutes of running, and that way you can get it done. Also, staying calm and making sure you are hydrated before the race also can make a difference. Getting a good warm up before the race and stretch and all that can also help you in race day. Running has become an habit in our society. The next time you think about marathon running, remember, prepare, motivate, and accomplish. In conclusion, today we have looked at how to prepare for a marathon, how to stay motivated, and how to accomplish. Okay. You can stand around. Audience.
Here's the audience. What's up?
Hey, Dina.